Okay guys, here's a little tip and trick for you on how to get a perfectly cut piece of leather on a really uneven, strange surface kind of a wrap, which is in this case a bow riser. These things are not symmetrical, they're not even. It's really hard to figure out how to cut a piece of leather to size that's really gonna fit the handle snugly when you go to wrap and tie it on. Now, what I used to do was cut paper out and just keep trimming the paper until it seemed like it was right to me. And then I saw a video on YouTube that showed you a much better way to do it. I've actually already linked it to my Facebook page, but I'm going to try it out here and see how well it works. I have tried it out before, and it is so far it has yet to fail me. But now we're going to film it and see if the Murphy's Law kicks in. What I've done so far, as you can see from the bow that I'm finishing up here, is I've wrapped it with that blue painter's tape, and I've really, really scrunch it down. I tried to wrap it as smoothly as I could, but where I can't, I've really scrunched it down. And now wherever you want, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut that with a razor, and you want to go deep enough that you don't really score the wood too much, but the main thing is wherever you're going to cut it is where you're going to want the stitching to go. The guy on the YouTube video, I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, but I'll put a link in the description if you want to see the original video who did it. It was a great video. He likes to cut it on the side of the bow. I like it down the middle. I like the way it looks aesthetically down the middle. On the back of the side of the bow, that would be the back. That'd be here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a cut now, and I'll join you guys again. I'm going to stop. I only have two hands. I'm holding the camera, and I don't have my tripod today. So I'm going to make that cut, and we'll come back after I've made the cut, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so here's the piece of tape off the piece I cut off of the riser of the bow, and here's the leather I'm going to use. So I'm just going to stick the tape down hard right on the leather. I'm going to smooth it out, and then I'm going to cut around the perimeter of the tape, and we'll go from there. So that's the next step. Step 2. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here's our piece of leather. It's been cut out. It's pretty much, exactly the same size as the tape. And unfortunately, I don't have two hands to show you, but it looks like it's going to fit just fine without any extra trimming. Let's see if I can kind of do it here. Now, black on black, you can't really see it, but I'll show you a finished. What I'm going to do is now just punch some holes on each side of the side and the side, and just tie it up like a shoelace, basically. And we'll be done. Alright, I'll show you the finished product in a minute. Okay, so I've got this is Mike from Boyer Bows, and again, it's got the leather that we cut, used the tape. Got my holes pinched, and I got the first piece of string through, and I have a needle here, but I'm just going to string this up like I would a shoelace, pretty much, skipping one over the other. Now right now it looks like there's some space in between the pieces of leather, but the leather stretches as you tighten it up. So you want it actually is, I think it's going to be perfect. We'll see. I'm running out of batteries, and you guys need to watch me do this whole thing. So I will come back in just a minute and show you how it finished up. Alright, I'm all done threading it up. Just tying it off now. Put like 3 knots in it, and I'll burn it up and crazy glue it later. But right now, let's just finish tying it up. Uno más. There we go. Alright. Give myself a little room to burn. so. Alright, so. Alright, so let's see how the leather looks. See how well it maintained its size despite the fact that it got taller here and narrower through here and then shallow and wide through here. The leather has really fit the space beautifully. I think that technique that the gentleman showed on YouTube is just a major winner. And I will seek out his name or at least a link to get you to his thing too, just so you can give him some props on what a great way he came up with that tape. Alright, that's basically it. I gotta clean it up a little bit, but look how well that leather fits. It's just perfect. It's so hard to do with this hills and valley kind of non-symmetrical surface. And that's how I put a leather grip on. There are fancier ways of doing it, guys, but you know, grip is supposed to be one thing. It's supposed to fit, make your hand feel better, and not let the bow slip. And I think that's what this did. Alright guys, Mike from Boyer Bows. Hope you enjoyed this little hint.